Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Mikey D, and I am joined here in the MCW Media Center by the one and only Deacon Storm. How you doing, Storm?
I'm doing good, and obviously, as you can see, our esteemed host Tara is not here tonight, but I'm back, so that's some good
That's
news.
always a positive thing when Deacon Storm is having a conversation with Mikey D.
Right. So as you know, we are reformatted the podcast. We've now added video to the podcast, and this is how it's going to be brought to you from now on. Except, like I said, our host Tara will be here next time, hopefully. But yeah, so we're back. The podcast is back on video, audio, on SoundCloud, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over the place.
MCWProWrestling.com.
Thank you very much.
You can find us everywhere on that.
Yes. So, I mean, I think what we need to do is, since we've taken a long hiatus and now we're back, we need to jump right back into it, right? And the fact that we just got done Seasons Beatings, MCW.
Seasons Beatings right here in Joppa Town, Joppa, Maryland, MCW Pro Wrestling Arena. How about it?
Well, it was a crazy event that saw careers end, and it saw the return of, and what looks like coming up at the next New Year's Mayhem,
The Bruiser!
The Bruiser's coming
I can't believe it!
The Bruiser's coming back.
I'm so happy about it. He's been around a long time, veteran MCW. I'm so excited to see the Bruiser get back.
A 10-time MCW heavyweight
10
champion.
times.
What you're talking about, and he's looking to make it an 11th. What do you think?
That's historical. I believe it can happen.
I don't know.
All he needs is one shot, and that's all it takes.
Let me tell you something. Look,
he's hungry.
He's very hungry, and I'm not saying that I'm gonna, doubt the Bruiser, because I'm sure he could probably kick my head in. But the last thing that I want people to forget about, this guy's got ring rust. All right, what was his last match? This past summer when he lost the heavyweight championship?
Okay, under a lot of controversy, Storm.
I mean,
you know about controversy.
I do, but the match was made. He accepted it. He lost, and now he's back to get his rightful rematch, which I'm not even mad about. But I mean, I'm sure he's been in the gym too. But I mean, like, get a couple practice matches in. There's a couple of knuckleheads out there that'll get in the ring with him.
You think the Bruiser needs a practice match?
I mean,
you think this guy?
I'm just saying.
Better?
How many times have we seen guys at the beginning of a football season tear their ACLs because they spent the whole summer off, spent the whole fall on injured reserve, and then Bruiser's just gonna step back in the ring after 6 months, and all of a sudden he's just gonna be ready to take on El Jefe? He's Dante Caballero, and he's gonna have the entire cartel out there with him. Look.
The cartel has grown a little bit since the last time we talked.
Yeah, just by like threefold.
Yes,
it's like
it's like pour water on them.
An entire new cast of characters, and right now they are doing a hell of a job because Dante Caballero is still your MCW heavyweight champion.
Still is.
Yes, he is. So on top of that, as well, you had Drolix. And that was a heartbreaking scene to see, wasn't it?
Man, I'm a little sad about
this. He is
one.
a long-time Maryland wrestling veteran.
Steel cage match.
Steel
cage match. One of the careers is going to be over. Him or Ken Dixon.
Yeah.
And Ken Dixon seems to come out on top.
And
of
I tell you what,
I got something to say about Ken Dixon, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to start there. They were at each other's throats. Okay, they were at each other's throats for months, and I got a chance to watch it happen and unfold. And I was very entertained by it. I mean, just seeing people just being super petty, just going back and forth, and just the OG comments and the threats and you missed this one, but the Falls Count Anywhere match they had a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! But it was all leading to that cage match.
Heard about it.
Yes, it was all leading to that cage match.
Is that on Rage TV? Can I watch that on Rage TV?
Anyone with a Rage TV subscription can watch it.
Oh, all right, I'm going to go back and watch that one because I did miss that one, but I did hear about it, and you're telling me about it now.
And for the fans that don't realize it, they look on Rage TV and watch that match. They get the first month free, and it's only $4.99 a month after that.
I'm buying it. I'm out. I'm buying it right now. I'm on my iPad, and I'm going to buy it.
And don't let your subscription expire this time, all right? I got to steal one. And
hey, what? No, don't put that on there.
I haven't been able to watch stuff because you let yours expire. So
I apologize.
All right, well, what
it's Christmas time. I can give you a little Christmas present.
Okay, but anyway, but let's talk about let's talk about Drolix again.
Okay,
let's get back to him. This man has won, and I don't know of anyone else that has it. Sure, Bruiser is a 10-time heavyweight champion, but when you look at the accomplishments of Drolix, not only in the state of Maryland, let's just stick to MCW, okay? Yeah, because he's done a lot in this state.
He has.
And MCW. Heavyweight champion, Rage TV and heavyweight champion at the same time.
That's right.
multiple-time tag team champion with Chuck Lennox and Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was once the head of a group that held every single championship in this company.
Domination.
And, of course, Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup winner.
Absolutely.
So it's heartbreaking to see a career in like that, but I imagine if I'm a competitor, which I am from time to time, if I had to go out a certain way, I'm going to want to go out fighting. I'm not going to go out laying down. You know, Drolix went out fighting.
He did.
He did. And sure, Ken Dixon was the better man that night. But he was. You had something to say. I'm going to go ahead and let you say it.
Ken Dixon has just a lot of negative energy. He's got a lot of anger. He's got a lot of, I don't know. It's just his energy that took Drolix out. He's got a lot of history behind him. Ken Dixon is building a history behind him too, but Ken Dixon is a low down dirty. Yes. Ken Dixon has up his sleeves, everything up his sleeves, behind his back, whatever it is. It was a steel cage match. There's no rules. I understand, but that's how it had to go down. If it was going to go down on a one-on-one match, clean, pinfall, submission, I don't see it happening that way.
Well, but it happened. There was
and it was in a steel cage match in Java right here in the MCW arena. Come on.
Right in the middle of the cage.
Yeah.
Drolix is down for the 1, 2, 3.
There was really no controversy about it because it was a steel cage match.
It was.
So, Drolix, he thanked the fans. Mm-hmm. He did the proper thing. He went out. He didn't cry about it. No spilt milk, nothing like that.
No,
he went out.
He went out.
And he went out on his own terms.
And the fans, they responded accordingly.
Oh, wow.
Drolix's son came in the ring. Chuck Lennox, his longtime tag partner, came out. And yeah, it was a very tear-jerking moment. As a matter of fact, Theater of War, if you guys haven't seen it, Theater of War did a really, really good inside look at the backstage, and you could see how it was when Drolix walked backstage with his son. Very, very heartbreaking. But I will say this, if I'm Ken Dixon, and I get inside Ken Dixon's head, and I'm watching Theater of War, I'm going in, I'm putting some popcorn in a big bowl, I'm grabbing a big beer, because I'm sure that's what he's drinking.
He's dying out with this.
Yeah, he probably has Theater of War on repeat right now, because he knows he took out the original OG. He knows that he took out one of the best in Maryland wrestling. He did it. One of the best in MCW Pro Wrestling.
There's a lot of views on that. I follow it on Facebook. I've seen it. It's good stuff. You can follow it on social media.
Yes.
I think half of those views have to be Ken Dixon because he's watching it over and over and over and over
More
again.
than likely, I will also say 20% of those views are also mine. So you
enjoyed it.
I don't have to worry about Drolix kicking my butt. He's gone. So I'm
never say never in this business, Storm.
You're right. If anyone knows that, it's me. But never say never.
Oh man, it's been great. Season's beatings, that was a great way to kick off December, and we're going to close December with some mayhem. I'm telling you what. We'll talk about that later in this show.
Yes, most certainly. But let's talk about it a little bit right now. New Year's Mayhem, December 29th, Perry Hall,
Maryland. That's in my neck of the woods. Right around the corner.
It is.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I grew up in Parkville, but we don't talk about Parkville.
It's close enough.
It's very close. But it is going to be the best way that anyone can close out a year. And 2018 for MCW Pro Wrestling was a really good year.
It's been huge.
It's been a huge year.
2019 is going to be even bigger.
Yes, it is. And all the programming and all the things that we have coming in 2019, as well as including this, the MCW Podcast is back.
This is the episode 3, and we're going to have 4, 5. So it's going to go on.
Yes, most certainly. And then no more unscheduled breaks. We're here. So New Year's Mayhem is going to close out the evening.
That's right.
The year. I said the evening. It's going to close out the year.
It's going to be in an evening.
Hey,
on Saturday night, December 29th.
December 29th, Perry Hall High School. Wow. Get your tickets now, MCWProWrestling.com.
Of course.
You can get them through Vet Tix as well. For our veteran friends, I have a lot of those. But we got a lot of guest stars coming in to New Year's Mayhem.
Woo!
We got Billy Gunn.
The one
Billy
Gunn.
Former
WWE superstar. How about it?
Yes.
You know about Billy Gunn.
I do know a little bit about Billy Gunn. We also have his son. Austin Gunn, is also going to be there making his MCW
That's exciting.
debut as well. We also got Tommy Dreamer, King of the Street. Tommy Dreamer.
Hardcore legend. How about the WWE Hall of Famer, Tito Santana?
I was going to save him for closer than last.
Sorry,
because he is a Hall. But you know what? It doesn't matter. This list is so big.
Yeah.
Not only do we have Hall of Famers on the list, we also have future Hall of Famers.
Top to bottom.
Like I said, Billy Gunn, he's one of them. Definitely. And we have the new Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Kelly Klein, is going to be in there. And she's going to be there as well as Mandy Leon, another Ring of Honor superstar. And
how about all the MCW stars that are going to be there?
Of course.
Including, as we talked about, the Bruiser.
Yes.
Going for that MCW Heavyweight Championship against Date Caballero.
El Jefe.
And the entire cartel, apparently.
You know, we can't get too much into it, though.
We're going to talk about it later.
We're going to talk about it a little bit more later. We're going to go in depth with each match a little bit later.
How about we take a little break?
You want to do that right now?
Let's take a little break, and then we'll come back. Let's go over season's beatings a little bit more.
Okay.
You know, talk about that.
Yeah.
Because there was more that just happened in the cage match.
Absolutely.
And, you know, there's a lot more that happened.
As with any...
How about Mean Gene Okerlund?
Mean?
Woo!
Woo!
Sorry, I had to do it.
Gene was in the house. He did several interviews during season's meetings, but we're going to talk about that. And we got a lot to talk about. So if you want to take a break, you want to use the bathroom real quick.
Bathroom? I mean, I drink a lot of water. So
yeah, well, remember, there's cameras now. This doesn't look like it.
Well, I mean, this is my second bottle. This is only water.
Okay, all right. That means you've been drinking mine. All right, so all right, guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to the MCW Podcast. I am Deacon Storm. Sitting right across from me is Michael D.
Mikey D.
Mikey D.
Michael is a proper name.
Yeah, that's very proper.
I'm not proper.
And what we got coming up, once again, New Year's Mayhem, December 29th at the Perry Hall High School. Tickets on sale right now. MCWProWrestling.com. Doors open 6:30. Bell time 7:30. So you don't want to miss it because we have a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of fallout from Season's Beatings. What you got there, Mikey?
Season's Beatings. You want me to talk about it?
I want you to talk about Season's Beatings.
All right. December 4th, Joplin, Maryland, MCW Pro Wrestling Arena. All right, start the night off. How about the Punk Rock All-Star, Sean Cannon, one of the Punk Rock All-Stars. And he took on Chuck Lennox, as we talked about him a little bit earlier. Sean Cannon won. How about it?
Well, I mean...
I'm excited.
Yes,
I love the Punk Rock All-Stars.
Those are both two very tenured individuals in Maryland wrestling. So, it makes sense. It could have gone either way. So,
it could have.
I'm not...
Great way to start off the night, though.
A victory for Sean Cannon, the Punk Rock All-Star.
How about Brandon Scott pinning Dak Draper after a blockbuster off the top rope?
Well, I don't think he does it any other way. But, hey, I'm not going to complain about it. Hey,
he could do it off the second rope sometime.
Brandon Scott, the 6-time, 17-time Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup finalist.
I was waiting to see where you were going to go with that.
Look, the guy does.
Do you still have heat about that?
I just want the guy to win, I've been waiting for the guy to win, all right?
It's going to happen.
I know, eventually.
The Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup happens every year in MCW Pro Wrestling, and he's a part of it every single year.
We're way off track. Just go.
I'm sorry. He's going to win.
Just get back to it.
Hey, you know what? I'm sad. We were talking about, departures from MCW. The Rock and Bowl Express.
Oh, that one hurt my heart.
Dan, man.
That would hurt my
Deacon, I'm telling you. I love those guys. Nick the Bowler, Thick Vic, Stroker Lane. In my opinion, and I was bowling since I'm 5 years old. That's one of my favorite gimmicks ever in pro wrestling. I loved it.
Yeah. Did you ever bowl with the Rock and Bowl?
I bowled with Nick before, and I didn't even know it. Before this MCW pro wrestling thing happened, I did. We bowled together.
You bowled together with
I won.
The one time I saw him bowl, he threw a strike just right down the middle like it was nothing. And then next thing you know, he's jumping over the counter trying to get some girl that's bartending or serving food. And then him and his boys stole money. And you know what? I can appreciate that.
Come on.
I can appreciate it.
Of course you can. I appreciate the bowling more.
Because Nick the Bowler was the kind of guy that would go out there and he wanted to take what he wanted. You know, and I can appreciate that.
They were better guys than you give them credit for.
I don't know about that, but let's keep going.
So, because they thanked the fans, the MCW Pro Wrestling. They thanked all the fans. And, of course, they were interrupted by the MCW Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. You talked about him earlier.
Dante.
El Jefe. And, of course, the rest of the cartel, if you want to talk about names, there's Portia, there's Lord Diaz, there's Diego Cruz, there's the Bull, there's a partridge in a pear tree.
Let me tell you something.
It's season.
The biggest thing that I took away from that was the bombshell that was dropped. I didn't even see it coming. Was that Dante Caballero and Thick Vic are brothers? How did we miss that after all this time?
After looking back, I see the resemblance. I see it. I hear it in the voices, but they were so far removed from each other. But
this is what I
as you
said. Dante came out there and he said several things, about the fact that, obviously he's way more talented than Thick Vic. I don't want to go out there. I don't want to go out there and say that. I'll say that Dante has accomplished more, but this is what I want to know. Obviously, what branch of the family tree broke that Thick Vic hit every single one down on the way, and he just ended up out of his butt out of MCW? Like, how did that happen? Where did the divide come from? Where did it come from, Mikey D?
I don't know what happened in the family. We know what happens in the ring.
Apparently
we know what's not going to happen in the ring anymore because the Rock and Bowl Express are gone too. They're out of here too. But we got the cartel and they're multiplying. I'm telling you.
Look,
so they're
they don't die, they
multiply.
They don't die, they multiply.
That's a strong voice. But General Manager Phil Stamper got in the middle of that, and it's the holiday season. He had to remind the cartel. It's the holiday season.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen during the holidays with the family? Are they going to reunite? Is it going to be? I don't even know. But we know what Dante and his boys, they're coming to New Year's Mayhem.
I'm going to check my mailbox for the invite to that sit down because that should be fun. That should be a lot of fun.
You want to go, don't you?
Of course I do. It's free food.
So, the bowler, I'm sad. There's too many people leaving MCW, but there's a lot of people coming in. There's a lot of people coming up. I'm excited. I'm excited about the new, future of MCW.
Oh, well, there's always future. Next man up is what they say. So it's time for the next man to come up. And right now, speaking of coming up, right, it's the cartel. They're coming up, man.
All of them. Every single one of them.
I love those guys. I want to have a drink with them.
You want to talk about this? You mentioned this earlier in the podcast. So they have the capability of holding every championship in MCW Pro Wrestling.
We've seen it before, so it doesn't mean it can't happen again.
It doesn't mean that. In 2019, you never know. Let's move on. Season's beatings. Let's go, because we're going to go off on tangents, because that's what we do. How about the MCW women's picture, the championship? There's a lot of women.
Damn woman. I'm a huge fan of Gia Scott.
You're really a fan.
I'm a huge fan of Gia Scott.
You got those digits?
You know what? Oh, whoa, pal, whoa, back it up.
I want to put you on blast.
This is a professional podcast. I'm a huge fan of Gia Scott because of her talent. She's a very talented person.
Okay.
As far as I'm
in
concerned,
the ring, absolutely.
She can absolutely. She's gonna find you, man.
She's gonna find me. This is gonna be on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Because you want to talk mess.
No, I didn't say that as a bad thing. This is a good thing.
All right, man.
But she did a good thing at season's beating. She retained the MCW Women's Championship against Brittany Blake.
And former women's champion Brittany Blake, she did. And what did she do right after that match? She called out the now current ROH Women's Champion, Kelly Klein.
Oh, man.
Who for a number of months was undefeated in Ring of Honor. So I don't know.
She's a woman of honor. Is Gia Scott a woman of honor?
Well, can she be? I most certainly do. I have the utmost confidence that Gia Scott is going to walk away with the victory in New Year's Mayhem.
Yeah, because...
well, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about seasons beating, so get back to it.
That's what I just said.
Get back to it.
Storm. All right. Rage Championship. The MCW Rage TV Championship. The king
King.
The one and only King, Ryan McBride. Yeah, you're a fan.
Well,
I'm a fan of Greg Excellent.
Not only am I a fan of the King, I'm a fan AF of the King. AF.
After Friday? That's what that means. All right.
Fan after Friday.
I'm a fan of Greg Excellent. This man has dropped a lot of pounds, a lot of lbs. He's gotten better and better and better in the ring. And he has the potential to be a MCW heavyweight champion in the future.
Now, Greg
he
Excellent
did not win on that night.
He did not.
No.
Now, Greg Excellent, he was outnumbered, first of all. So we're going to be...
You want to know why he was outnumbered? Why don't you tell him?
There were a lot of fans in the building.
Fans?
He wasn't... He was kind of disoriented because there was a lot. The
fans,
house was packed. It was a packed house.
It was a packed house.
There was a lot of stuff going on back and forth. I don't know about any other thing. I just know that the King.
Justin Schlegel.
Justin Schlegel. Oh, the dude with the eye patch? Man, he couldn't see what was going on.
Oh, right.
He couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, but Excellent got him back. After the match was over. So, I see Greg Excellent doing big things into that. And shout out to Greg Excellent again. Dropped a lot of lbs. He's looking good. He's feeling good, and he's in MCW Pro Wrestling.
I would say there's nothing more dangerous than a big guy who's a little bit smaller because he still can carry that same force. He's a lot lighter. He's a lot faster, and he moves. The boy can move.
He does move. I can't wait to see what's happening next.
And that boy can cook. That's all I'm saying.
Chicken and waffles.
Hey,
Roscoe's.
Only maybe not the waffles.
Maybe not the waffles, but the chicken though.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Unbreaded.
I'm hungry. Moving on.
Yeah.
So let's see. JP Callahan brings out Bo Nikita to the ring and announced formally introducing Nikita into singles competition now.
I'm gonna have to stop you, Bo Nakota.
I'm sorry. Pardon my language.
Bo Nakota.
No I got it. Nekod. I had it spelled right.
Yeah.
Right here on my iPad.
Okay.
So, however, Rayo was able to pin Nakota. How about that?
So I was thinking Warrior.
Right.
Now, that's a guy that's been doing a lot of big things. A lot of big things going on with him.
I like watching him. I like experiencing him, and you want to experience.
Well, it is definitely an experience. So come on, let's move on.
All right. So here we go. Former MCW Tag Team Champion, Sons of Savagery, Bishop Khan, Malcolm Moses. Am I saying that right?
I'm sorry, you predicting something? Did you call them the former MCW? They're the current. Damn it. They're the current MCW Tag Team Champions.
I'm predicting something.
My God, what are you predicting? They ain't losing? Have you seen those guys?
They ain't losing.
I can't believe this. So now at this point, you've insulted Gia Scott.
I did not insult Gia Scott.
You've insulted
I insulted you if I insulted anybody.
And now the Sons of Savagery? Man, you boy.
I see them going down. Okay. I'm sorry. I do see them go. They are great competitors. I see them doing great things in the ring, but I see them going down.
Can we get on with it, please? The Sons of Savagery defended their tag team championships
over Robbie and Bobby.
Yes, the former.
Okay. They're the former.
They are the former tag team champions.
All right, so come on, and also Rush Hour, which is Tommy Sato, Tommy.
Yeah.
And Dion.
Hot boy.
Hot boy. Thank you.
Hot boy.
And Dion. I didn't do that one wrong. And Dion Epps, and then of course G Money, G Fed, Dirty Money. Kevin Eck was out there with them. That was a big match.
Yeah,
a lot of people in that match.
Man, G Money, that's a dangerous team, especially being headed up by Kevin Eck.
But Sons of Savagery, they're going down. There's a lot of beef in that match. This is what I'm saying. And everybody's coming after them. And there's going to be people that you might not even see in tag teams yet that might come together and try to take them out.
As with the case of being any MCW champion, whether it's the women's, the Rage, the tag, or the heavyweight, or hell, even the Shane Shamrock champion.
You got a target on you.
You got a target.
That's what I knew where you were going with that.
People are coming for you. That's it. And that is a role that you have to accept when you step into that ring. When you decide that you want to challenge a champion. And if you have the nerve to beat him, I'll get ready.
I'm just excited. There's so many people so hungry, and that's why I'm saying. I'm foreshadowing. I don't know for sure.
Watch yourself.
But hey, let's move on. No count out, no disqualification. MCW Heavyweight Championship. Dante El Jefe, we talked about him a lot. Dante Caballero, I'm not going to say that one wrong. And then with the aid of the cartel, of course, but there's no disqualification, so whatever, takes on and defeats Joe Keys. I love Joe Keys. Joe Keys is so freaking talented.
Swipe right, Joe Keys.
Swipe right.
He is your current MCW Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup champion.
He did in 2018.
Yes, he did. And he had the chance. He got his title shot. And it didn't work out in his favor the way he would have liked, but that's okay because the guy, he ain't going nowhere. Okay?
No,
I mean, well, he is going somewhere. He's going up. He's going up.
Okay, I agree.
We agree on this one. At the same point, though, when it comes to MCW Pro Wrestling, he's always going to be in the hunt because he's that good.
He is that good.
He is that good. And
Please come out and watch it. Seriously, he's that good.
Yeah.
Please.
And
on Rage TV, go back and watch that Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 2018. Please.
Yeah, it is. Both nights were full of amazing wrestling.
2 nights.
Yeah.
2 full nights.
2 full nights.
So what happened at the end of that match? Bruiser.
Yeah.
Bruiser. We talked about him a little bit earlier.
Hold on for a second.
Bruiser.
Which Bruiser you're talking about, though? There were 2 Bruisers coming out that night.
Yeah, there was one real Bruiser.
Well,
the Bruiser.
I don't know. There was only one wearing the gear. That's all I'm saying. There's only one wearing the gear.
That was a little bit of a chicanery going on.
A little bit. But you know what? It worked.
It did work.
But now, Dante's got himself some issues because New Year's Mayhem's coming up. The Bruiser's back.
Which you're going to talk about in a little bit.
Yes, and now he has to defend that championship.
He's got to. And we talked about this earlier, and I feel that Bruiser's going to take it home. All he needs is one chance. Get in there, one shot.
I refuse.
All right, we're not going to agree on that one.
Yeah, well,
he's medically cleared. He's looking good. He's feeling good. And he's going to come in and do his thing.
All right. Well,
so that we might not agree. And then, of course, we talked about this a little bit earlier, the cage match that set off the night.
Yeah.
Ken Dixon, Drolix, huge cage match. Main event. And unfortunately, Drolix came out on the losing end of that.
Yes.
And Ken Dixon going to dine out on it for a long, long time.
Yeah. I'm going to have a couple beers with him later and see how he's feeling about it.
Of course you and he would be having a couple of beverages there.
Delicious. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a break.
Again?
Yeah. You have to. We got to pay for this stuff, right?
Okay, you got to pay me.
Well,
all right.
We'll be right back, guys. Want to keep up with past and recent MCW Pro Wrestling events? Well, head over to MCWRageTV.com, where you can find appearances by some of your favorite MCW talent, as well as former and current WWE, WCW, Ring of Honor, and Impact superstars. Join now and receive your first 30 days free. That's MCWRageTV.com. Professional wrestling for the next generation.
Welcome back to the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Mikey D. Once again joined by the Deacon Storm, and not joined this time by my other co-host, the lovely and talented Tara. As you can see, she is not here, but we haven't forgotten about you, Tara. Merry Christmas. Tara, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And hey, Storm, you know, we've been talking a lot about seasons beatings. We've been talking a lot about MCW Pro Wrestling in general.
Yes, we have.
But you've mentioned a couple times, and I've had to shut you down a couple times because I didn't want you to go on tangents. New Year's Mayhem, December 29th, Perry Hall High School, and it's going to be the last MCW Pro Wrestling show of the year. Why don't you give us the lowdown, and I'll tell you where you need to be reeled in.
Yeah, it's going to be reel me in. Okay. All right. So look, now let's go over the card.
Okay.
We do a quick and dirty, although I'm pretty sure you're not going to shut up about it, so we're going to try to do our best. So we're starting off right now with the proposed matches that have already been announced. Mm-hmm. We're starting out with a big 8-man tag.
Huge.
Robbie, Bobby.
Love him.
The debut of The Sickness. He's one of the MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center students, recently graduating. He's going to graduate that night, making his debut. Mm-hmm. And on that team as well is the WWE Hall of Famer, former WWE Intercontinental Champion,
and Tag Team Champion.
And Tag Team Champion,
That's right.
you, Tito Santana.
Tito Santana.
And they're taking on my favorites, the Cartel.
Of course they are.
Kyler K, Diego Cruz, Steven Diaz.
The Lore, man.
Lore Diaz.
And the Bull.
I'm sorry, I've known Diaz for a while. It's kind of hard for me to go, hey, Lore. You know, it's weird for me.
You need to respect the Cartel. I call him Steve too. That's his name.
I call him Steve Penn.
I'm excihed about this.
P-H-E-N.
Is that
No,
really?
it's not. It's not.
That's what I think.
Okay, it's not. Okay, so moving on.
Moving on.
It's going to be a huge match between those guys, and I predict the Cartel, of course. Next,
Nope.
Greg, excellent, and the king of hardcore himself, the hardcore legend, Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy.
Former ECW World Heavyweight Champion. They're teaming up to take on the Hellcats. Jimmy Star, Sexy Steve.
They're my favorite tag team.
They're a good
Honestly,
tag team.
I love Greg Excellent. I talked about it earlier. Tommy Dreamer's huge, but I love the Hellcats.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I've known those guys for a while too, just like you have. And I tell you what, I've even teamed with them before, maybe over a fortnight ago. But I will say this: it ain't looking too good with Tommy Dreamer on the other side.
You know, I loved, again, Tommy Dreamer. He's a legend. Been around a long time. But the Hellcats, they have been together for so long. They've got that chemistry. They might not do everything the way people expect them to do. They might have a few things up their sleeves, too.
That's very true, because they have been a tag team for a
long time.
I think probably, I'm not even going to try to
Have Greg Excellent and Tommy Dreamer ever tag team before?
To my knowledge, no.
That could be a
So
disadvantage.
that could be a disadvantage.
Even though I love
You're
Greg
probably
Excellent.
right.
Go on.
Probably right, yeah, you do. But the one, Billy Gunn.
Can we call him the AS?
No.
No, okay.
Don't.
As the world
You know,
turns.
let's just call him Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, father and son, teaming up to take on G-Money. In their own right, they have not won the tag team championships together, but they have both won so many tag team titles with former partners. So these guys are tag team specialists, taking on a father and son team. To my knowledge, once again, who have teamed up for the first time. At least teaming up for the first time here in MCW Pro Wrestling. So my prediction, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know. I think you would go with Billy Gunn because he might give you the fame.
Hey, whoa. No, we're not talking about that.
I'm sorry.
I told you off air we're not going to talk about
Okay.
that. So anyway, moving on, the Sons of Savagery, our current MCW Pro Wrestling
Soon to be
champions.
former.
I don't know what your problem is,
Soon to
man.
be.
I don't know what your
I
problem
got a
is.
feeling.
So what you're telling me right now, at the end of this year, moving into 2019,
Who are they taking on?
Rush Out.
Woo!
Rush Out.
Come on now.
So Rush Out, Showtime DNFs. The hot boy, Tommy Seto.
Yes.
They're walking out of their tag team champions.
They're
Is that what you're
hungry.
telling me?
Yes, and that's why I was foreshadowing.
Look.
I am ready. I think they are hungry. They are talented. Coming out of the MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center, and by the way, get there, because if you haven't been there, you need to get there for a lot of different reasons, which we're going to talk about later.
Yes.
But that's why they are going to win the MCW Tag Team Championship.
For me, this is a toss-up. I've seen all four of these men in action, and it's a toss-up.
It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a good match.
It's going to be very good. So I'm actually looking.
There's no extra rules in this match. This is
is
one-on-one. This is okay.
2-on-2.
2-on-2. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
One fall.
Why do we have you?
One
here?
fall.
Why do we have you?
You asked me to be here.
I would never do that. So moving on, the Rage TV Championship. King Ryan McBride. He's winning. Moving on.
Whoa. Why don't you tell him who's facing the king?
Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup
right.
champion, Joe Keys.
Why are you so down on Joe Keys?
I'm not down
You're
on Joe
down on
Keys.
him.
I'm not down on Joe Keys. I'm just up on the king. AF. That's all I'm saying. I'm just up on the king.
After finish.
Yeah, so
after
you got
Friendsgiving.
You got King Ryan McBride in his corner, Justin Schlegel, the winner, and you know, he's.
Let me tell you about Andy Weinberg. All right,
I gotta
so
listen to this.
yes, you do have to listen to this. All right, so talk about a guy who knows every button to push, and if he can do it, he's gonna do it. But you know what, Joe Keys is so talented. Joe Keys is so ready for this match that he's gonna see it all coming.
So what you're saying is you're predicting
I'm predicting.
Joe Keys to walk out there with 2 championships on his shoulder.
Absolutely.
One being the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup championship that he's already holding.
Yep.
And the Race TV championship.
He's got 2 shoulders. Why not have 2 belts?
Well,
two championships.
well,
and
he
then
is
he can
a-
put one around his waist. He can add another one if he wants.
He is a former tag team champion, in my opinion, the weak link when he was teaming with Dante. But that's just my opinion.
I see a little bit of dissension in the ranks on the King's side, in the King's court, if you will. But
Why
this
did
is
you
just
say that?
this is just me foreshadowing. 2019 is going to be a new year for a lot of things.
Those guys are stronger than ever. Anyway, moving on.
Let's talk about your girl.
Yeah, greatest damn woman, Gia Scott. Okay, the greatest damn woman. Get it right in your head.
You got those digits.
Oh my God.
Moving on. So
She's gonna kill you.
No,
There's
there's
gonna
gonna
be
be increase the peace, sir.
I'm telling you. She's taking on Ring of Honor Women's Champion Kelly Klein.
Okay.
Now this is a non-title matchup, but I don't like Gia's odds here because Kelly Klein decided she was going to bring one of her Ring of Honor cohorts with her to special guest referee that match in Mandy Leon.
Mandy Leon. Okay. So do you like Gia's chances in here? Because this is your girl. This is the best damn woman.
She's the greatest
damn woman. But do you like her chances in this match?
Man.
You think the deck is
I'm just going to say,
against her?
I don't want to say anything negative about Gia, but in my opinion, let's just say I'm glad it's non-title. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm glad it's non-title. All right, and finishing off, New Year's Mayhem. The return of
We've teased
the Bruiser.
The real Bruiser.
The return of the Bruiser taking on Dante Caballero, the MCW Heavyweight Championship on the line as a Bruiser gets his rematch that he deserves. So, what do you think? I'm going to ask you, because I'm going to let you put your foot in your mouth because you've been doing it all night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got a size 12 and a half, and I'll put it right there if you need me to. Because, yes, the Bruiser is going to regain for the 11th time the MCW Heavyweight Championship. And why? Because he can. Because he's going to. He's got so much rage and anger. You know, he got destroyed earlier this year. He wants to come back and take it all out. Now, here's the only problem. The Cartel is facing in that big 8-man tag earlier tonight. Are they even going to be ready to accompany Dante to the ring? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I think they'll be fine.
If this stays one-on-one, and it goes to pinfall or submission, legitimately, no chicanery, no backhandedness, nothing. Bruiser comes out, wins the championship.
Just comes out. So you think El
gonna
Jefe doesn't have in his head, in his mind,
I didn't say that.
What he's gonna. Oh my God.
He's got a lot up here, but he's gonna have to bring it.
Well, Dante's gonna bring it. I know he is.
So we're totally at odds on this one.
Absolutely. And I mean, if there's anything that stops me from hearing that theme song twice in one night, you know how.
Why don't you like that music?
You know how happy I've been that I haven't had to hear it for the last 6 months.
Why don't you like that music?
Okay, let's figure it out. Da, 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 da. Pain. Da, 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 da. Pain. All right, stop.
So I was gonna do it with you.
Now it's stuck in my head. That's the problem. It gets stuck in your head.
Right.
I hear
That's
it all
only
week
for the
long.
MCW Pro Wrestling fans. That is what I'm talking about.
God.
Because they are all going to be behind him in Perry Hall. Every single one.
Every single one. Just scream it.
Yes.
Okay.
Bam.
Oh my God.
Come on.
All right. Just take us to break, please.
We're going to take one more break?
Yeah.
All right. So
I
you need to calm down.
I have a headache.
And we're going to come back and we're going to wrap up the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast.
That song is so awful.
We'll be right back.
Are you interested in a career in professional wrestling? Well, let the MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center provide you with the fundamental skills needed to succeed in the world of professional wrestling. We provide beginners, intermediate, and advanced classes that focuses on physical fitness, in-ring training, promo skills, and more. For more information, visit mcwprowrestling.com to find out when the next classes will begin.
All right, guys, welcome back to the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am Deacon Storm, sitting here with Mikey D, of course. Our lovely host, Tara, not here today, but she will be here the next time. So I want to go ahead and we're going to close out. We're going to say our goodbyes, but we want to let you know that the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast is going to be coming back very strong in 2019, as well as other content that MCW Pro Wrestling is producing, just like Theater of War, just like the MCW Podcast, that we are going to announce and show further along in the future. So, Mikey D, go ahead and let them know about the future shows that we got coming up on the Winter Blast.
Hold on,
tour.
I gotta look at this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I gotta get it all on here. I don't have enough memory on my phone. I gotta do it on my iPad.
Okay.
But let me now tell you about what's happening in 2019. We got some huge stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna start off with a bang. Okay. Now, first of all, we're gonna end 2018 in Perry Hall High School with New Year's Mayhem. Okay, so that's a Saturday night. So you know where the tickets are available, of course, mcwprowrestling.com. And where else?
Yeah. You can get them on VetTix.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm a veteran. I should remember that.
You are a veteran. That's right. And I thank you for your service.
Yeah.
All right. So 4 huge shows already announced for 2019. How about January 18th? It's a Friday night. Winter Blast in Joppa, Maryland at MCW Pro Wrestling Arena.
That's the start of it.
And how about the next night on a Saturday, January 19th, Winter Blast in Hollywood.
Hollywood loves us.
You said they love us in Hollywood.
Hollywood City.
And then MCW Pro Wrestling, as they expand and move further beyond the reaches of Maryland. How about Delaware? The Delaware Auto Exchange.
Yes, we're going back
Felton,
to Delaware.
Delaware.
Going back there. We have the Autumn Armageddon Tour, so Winter Blast is going back.
January 25th. That's a Friday night. Mm-hmm. But then the next night, again, how about Manchester Valley High School in Manchester, Maryland?
Yep.
And that's just the beginning.
Yes.
That's just the beginning.
That's the first month. We're going to be very busy in January, Mikey.
Man.
Very, very busy.
And we're going to be busy on this podcast, and we're going to be busy doing everything everywhere with MCW Pro Wrestling.
Speaking of the
Just
podcast, our next episode, we're going to have the fallout of New Year's Mayhem.
Ooh,
there's going to be a lot to talk about, I guarantee it, with all those people that we have on the roster working that night. We got a lot going on. So we're going to have some interviews happening, and we're all going to post those when the episode 4 of the MCW podcast is back. So we got a lot to talk about there, and we're going to go ahead and end it on that note.
Before we go, can I please talk about the MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center?
I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, you're wearing a shirt.
I am.
I mean, come on. If you are an aspiring professional wrestler, you want to be a referee, you want to be a ring announcer, a valet, a manager, anything, please come down here because you're going to get the right training from the right people. And you're going to, as you see in 2018, all these people coming up and aspiring from MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center, and they're on the cards, they're making moves, they're making deals, they're winning championships, they're moving higher.
Yeah, and what's the deal, Mikey? What the deal is...
The
deal is if you want to get into the Ring of Honor dojo, if you're interested in doing that, you want to go that far, this is one of the places to be to do it.
That was one of the big things that happened in 2018.
Yes, it is. And now our partnership with Ring of Honor, that's a huge part of it.
That's big.
So yeah. So can I end it now? Can we
wait. One more time. I want to have my birthday party here at the MCW Pro Wrestling Training Center. So, I mean, I'm turning 25 years old.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
And I would like to have my birthday party. Can I do that?
Yes.
We got to talk to Tara, probably.
You got to
right?
talk to her.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do that.
I want to have a graduation party.
Or I'll cut you off.
Why?
If you would like to have your birthday party here, please visit MCWProWrestling.com for more information. Now let's keep it moving.
Any party you want to have, by the way. If you want to have a graduation party, if you want to have a retirement party, bachelor party. Bachelorette party.
I'll come to that one.
You're getting those digits. Anyway, go ahead, Storm.
Yeah.
It's all on you now.
All right. On behalf of Mikey D, I am Deacon Storm. Thank you so much for joining us on the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. So once again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of our handles are in the description. You can find the links to our YouTube page as well. And where can you get all of it, Mikey D?
MCWProWrestling.com.